Welcome to Cardboard Chemistry. I'm your host, MTG Labman, and today I wanted to do a little shorter episode, a kind of in-depth episode. In the previous episode, I talked about the face commanders and the backup commanders of the upcoming Secrets of Strixhaven pre-constructed commander decks, and today I wanted to focus on one in particular, and that creature is, of course, the backup commander to the Witherbloom precon, and that is Gorma the Gullet. Gorma is a one colorless, one black and one green, 1/1 legendary creature pest frog with lifelink, with the ability, whenever another creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Gorma, and it also has non-token creatures you control enter with an additional +1/+1 counter on them for each creature that died under your control this turn. In the last video, I said this seemed like a really interesting commander. Shortly after recording that episode, kind of figured out that Gorma is busted, right? Gorma is busted with any creature with persist and a free sack outlet. So you have your Viscera Seers, your simple sacrifice a creature, scry 1 for Viscera Seer, your Umbral Caller, Zealot, sacrifice another creature artifact, surveil 1. These free sack outlets with any creature with persist. So, for example, like Putrid Goblin is a 1 colorless, 1 black. It's a 2/2 zombie goblin with persist. Persist is an older mechanic. When this creature dies, if it had no -1/-1 counters on it, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a -1/-1 counter on it. However, with Gorma's second ability says, non-token creatures you control enter with an additional +1/+1 counter on them for each creature that died under your control this turn. So the +1, or the -1/-1 counter from persist gets removed when the +1/+1 counter from Gorma activates. But the thing about Gorma is it compounds +1/+1 counters. So if one creature died, your non-token creatures enter with 1/+1/+1 counter. If two creatures, so on and so forth, 2/+1, 3/+1/+1, 4/+1/+1s. But with a persist creature and a free sack outlet, not only can you make Gorma infinitely large because it counts whenever a creature dies, you put a +1/+1 counter on Gorma, but you'll also make that persist creature infinitely large. That's all well and good, but with simple cards like Blood Artist, or any aristocrat ability where a creature you control dies, you ping the table for 1, you drain the table for 1. This is a pretty consistent turn 4, turn 5 win with no interaction. You put Mana Dorks in, you get Gorma down turn 2, start your combo turn 3. You might even be able to pull off a turn 3, turn 4 win. That's granted if your opponents don't have any interaction at that point, but that early in the game, you're still in your building phase, and so your opponents might still be working towards getting their engines online, where this seems like a combo piece in a can. A lot of aristocrat pieces are really low mana value, 1 or 2, so you can already start setting up your engine. green and black offer multiple ways to tutor for the cards that you need. You have demonic, vampiric tutor. You have your green tutors such as Sylvan tutor or worldly tutor that allow you to tutor up your persist creature, and then you can just combo off your next turn. Like I said, I thought this commander was really interesting, really cool. I built a deck on Moxfield. I goldfished it about 10-15 times, and seeing the consistency of, turn 4, turn 5 win with no interaction, and a very, very linear play style, if you go this route, just seemed it's very powerful, but it's going to be very linear if you build it that way. But it is a powerful commander, potentially CEDH viable, but I just wanted to put this together, put something shorter together, just say that this commander is really powerful, pretty busted if you are getting the Witherbloom precon. Consider that card, and that card's probably going to go up in price. I think the last thing I saw, I haven't seen any pre-order prices, but I think when I put it in the Moxfield, it was already saying something like $15 a card. So just be on the lookout for potential combo decks with Gorma. Let me know what you guys think. Any other cards you want me to cover, please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.